We're back and we're going bigger. This is MystiCast Live. A concert is always a memorable event for people who make it a point to attend. But for one couple, the Zach Top concert that recently took place in town was extra special.
Jace Lee and Olivia Riterath both share a love for country music, and for the past 4 years have enjoyed attending concerts together. But the most recent one they attended had changed their lives for the better.
I can't remember what song was playing, but it just hit me that maybe I should propose on stage. If I could make that happen, that'd be pretty cool.
After seeing the message written on Jace's phone, Zach had called up the two on stage to execute the most epic proposal of all time.
And yeah, it was pretty wild.
They had many family and friends attending the Zach Top performance as well, but his sister Jessa was not one of them.
I was their driver that night, so I was in the parking lot while he was proposing. My best friend had called me and she's like, "Jessa, your brother's on stage right now." I was like, there's no way. There's no way this man got on stage.
It was an incredible moment for the couple as they made the promise to join hands in marriage.
She's my best friend, and I couldn't imagine doing life with anybody else.
The families are ecstatic to see these two finally engaged and to witness their family grow with the freshly engaged couple.
And of course I got out of the car, I ran to Liv, gave her a hug. I don't even think I hugged my brother, if I'm being honest.
The happily engaged couple are currently planning the wedding, which is believed to happen in March. In Bismarck, this is Jessa Lee reporting for COM 270.
Jace and Liv have been dating for over 4 years now. 2 of those years spent separated since Liv was deployed. Still, the couple remained, overcoming the hardships of long distance, and now are enjoying time spent together in person, planning their wedding. If imitation is the most sincere type of flattery, my parody of Moist Critical is another one of many, even if I am a few years behind the others who did it.
Now that dispatch has taken over my whole internet traffic, I did not realize that some people will still go back and use AI to jam me and Baby No Money into one image. The audacity to corrupt my media presence with this garbage. Whoever did it, though, used some pretty good models. Why do people do this? It was cool when I was able to interact with them and send them to the Streamer Awards for me. Now just a solo North Dakota bozo thinks he can bring back to 2022. He has nothing to help, just bandwagoning. I'll give him props for only one thing. He has a real beard and luscious locks. Even though I said it was done, this guy is the one Charlie still committed to the craft. I thought this was finished, but now it's gone on twice as long as Family Guy has been taking answers from The Simpsons. So this takes some work. This shows more dedication than Disney has to their fan base right now. At least this guy is screwing you with stuff you like. Last time I saw this much dedication, it was a guy named Jeff hiding the logs. Enough of the hate. Here's a return to the Moistverse. The zombie that no matter how deep you bury it, it comes back like all Marvel characters. Except Quicksilver. Does this guy even know what he's doing? He's been rambling for too long now. And confusing me. You see, this is more confusing than the movie Carrie. About the high school girl with demon powers. Especially the remake at the end where she used her powers to kill everyone. But he's using powers to make me nut. But I'm an award-winning streamer and have been in the Hunger Games. So I'm gonna stop feeding this one person online who was caught in the past. Now I'm in a video game. I've got more clout right now than Mr. Beast. I'm more clean than him because I use Cheeky soap. I can tell you that for sure. Cheeky soap is the best one on the market. While we're talking about market, while it's out there, make sure you go check out Goof Juice. That's some good stuff there. I just want to say thanks for watching. This is one of the best parties. Can't believe the union. We got Drew. Thanks for watching, guys. And I think that's about it for today. Wah! I got you, didn't I?
I hope that video did Charlie justice. Obviously, I'm not the real Moist Critical. But Ari has yet to prove she is not a real artist. Here she's back for round number 3. Ari versus Bob Ross. Brushes only, guys. No cheap shots.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of my painting segment. Unfortunately, I lost the footage of me talking about what we were going to do today and the sketch, so I'm just going to explain it a little bit. So we're doing a snake with some patterns. I was challenged by one of our MystiCast members and to do something with patterns, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I have a snake here and an apple, and I am painting the first layer of paint on all of it.
What about the kid? It's time the kid got free. Be a part of the love club. Everything will glow for you. Go get punched for the love club. For the love club. I joined the club and it's all on. There are fights for being my best friend, and the girls get the claws out. There's something about hanging out with the wicked kids. Take the pill, make it too real. The other day I forgot my old address. I'm sitting pretty on the throne. There's nothing more I want except to be alone.
Alright, now that the first layer is all done, I'm going to wait for everything to dry, and then I'll probably do the second layer off screen, and I'll meet up back with you guys when it's time to do the little details. Okay, now that most of the layers are dry now, at least the background is, I'm going to start doing some patterns in the background to add a little bit more interesting things going on to it.
Your clothes are soaked and you don't know where to.
Alright, I added those into the background, and now I'm going to add some details to the snake using this green marker.
Papers finds out you're hiding places again.
Here is the finished product.
Problem that I got with the club is how you severed from.
Is she an artist? You decide. Up next is Zan, harassing another one of her friends to be in a MystiCast video.
Hello, audience. Today, I'm interviewing one of my friends, again. This is my friend, Billy. Now, you may be asking, why would you interview him? What is so interesting about Billy? Would you like to answer that for us?
Do you want the Spark Sense version?
Yes,
Nothing.
I know that's right. So, anyway, thanks for being here. I know you had nothing better to do.
I know.
You like Hosier, Chapel Roan, and collect vinyl. Were you born quirky, or was that a trait that you downloaded freshman year of high school?
It definitely wasn't freshman year of high school, and it definitely didn't make me more quirky.
Does dyeing your hair 0.5 of a shade darker of a red every 2 months make you feel special?
And closer to God.
Do you believe in God?
Do you believe in God?
Do you believe in life after love? One time, you were in the Shields parking lot, and you hit a white car with the door of your red car,
Yes.
leaving a spot of red paint on that white car.
Correct.
Why did you do that?
To feel a rush, you know,
Of
to get that
course.
you get when you hit cars, but like a little bit, you know, it's like microdosing.
If you could describe yourself using one Pokemon, what would it be?
You ever heard of Magikarp?
I have. How do you feel about highly controversial anti-communist literature, Animal Farm?
Is Animal Farm anti-communist?
It is.
I love it. Not that I love anti-communists.
Did you think it was pro-communist?
Well,
Are you pro-communist?
if you want to really get into that discussion,
Yeah, we gotta turn the camera off for that one.
camera off. Camera off.
So what exactly do you do in life?
That's a very loaded question.
Please try to make it sound interesting.
You ever heard of Patreon?
I've heard of Patreon.
Just kidding. I'm lying. What do I do?
I'm keeping. You grew up on a farm. Was that by choice, or were your parents trying to raise you like a coming-of-age movie?
Definitely by choice. My parents didn't raise me.
Who did?
Me.
Be honest. Do you study more or emotionally spiral more? No need to lie. We're recording.
I can tell. Probably both. Actually, no. Study less. I don't study. Who said I study?
Why do you walk like that?
I had a debilitating ankle injury when I was 12 years old. Are you ableist?
Who's your celebrity crush?
I'm gonna say famed Patreon artist Eden.
Anyone else?
46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Young or nowadays?
Look up Joe Biden in the 80s. Was that the 80s?
Remember that time that I took you to the emergency room? How does it feel to have me as your personal savior?
You're also my emergency contact now.
Are you starstruck to be in the same room as me?
No.
Why not?
You know, I don't know. You're just like a constant. It's not surprising anymore. I just know you're around. I can feel you. I feel your energies.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's a
And I have
very
a strong aura.
strong. It's more pungent.
Did being a farm kid help you in your RA job since you were already used to dealing with unpredictable animals, such as college kids?
I would say it definitely did. I've had to use a cattle prod to break up a few alcohol scenarios, and you know, you're really good. You're get them, you know?
Tell us about your romantic relationship.
I was looking away, sorry. I say it
Yeah,
again.
you better be sorry.
Thinking about that. Okay.
What's your opinion on a cat named Small Fry?
The name is very misleading, for one. Number two, I think I'm allergic to her. 3, 10 out of 10, great cat.
Draw me a picture.
With just this,
Mm-hmm.
I need a little bit more.
Why would that be?
I need to fuse both sides.
And it looks like we've come to the end of our interview. So, my final question for today is, are you okay? It really doesn't seem like it.
No.
It's evident. Well, that's all we have time for, mostly because I'm bored and sick of talking to you.
That's understandable.
Yeah, please don't come back.
And I won't.
Actually, Zan told us Billy has been begging to be the star of the show. You're welcome, Billy. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Has this ever been you?
I don't want to live anymore.
With a small monthly subscription of $2,000, yep, that's right, less than the cost of rent in a city you can't afford, we'll send you this magical bottle of happy pills.
Well, what do they do?
Never interrupt me ever again or we're donezo, okay?
But I was trying
No. I don't think you understand. Never interrupt me ever again. Say it with me now.
I will never interrupt you ever again.
Do you ever feel like life is a reality show and the producers just hate you? Do you ever just sit on the couch with the ramen wondering where it all went wrong? Felt like life is just throwing punches at you left, right, and center? Have you ever stubbed your toe and wondered if you can even go on? Have you ever had your phone fall on your face and you just let it sit there? have a lack of motivation to do anything, been the butt of a joke, felt like none of your friends like you. Well, lucky for you, these happy pills can help you gaslight yourself into thinking that you're somewhat okay.
Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach ache, constipation, loss of appetite, heartburn, fatigue, dizziness, headache, death, loss of money, asthma, and random allergies that may resort to death.
These pills are for you. If you'd like to collect them today, make sure you call this number, 888-777-6767, or visit our website at www.happypills.com.
I sure hope that sponsor check comes in this time. Anyway, Isaiah just finished a fantasy series from an emerging author that might make you almost as happy as those pills. Let's hear his thoughts.
I recently finished the Licanius trilogy by James Islington, and it was a wild ride, but one I was very glad to have embarked on. The story begins in the land of Andara, 20 years after the war where the dictatorial augurs fell. Individuals known as the Gifted used to rule under the augurs, but are now subjected to the 4 tenets imposed by the rebellion, forcing them into subjection. Davian, a Gifted struggling to control his power, is all too aware of the consequences of failing his final tests. Meanwhile, Caden wakes up in the forest with blood all over his clothes and no memory of his identity. This is the best fantasy series I've read in recent years. Besides the thrilling action and the brain-bending time travel, it delves into questions humans have been pondering for thousands of years. Does objective morality exist? Is life predetermined? If so, do our choices still matter? Would atrocities we commit to free the world from a singular time stream be justified if we could simply undo all those actions afterwards? Most stories I've experienced ignore these questions entirely. Just look within yourself, they say. Do what feels right to you. But this series is different. What if there was a God? What if he was the author of all goodness? Does he still love his creatures, even if he is the one determining their fate? I highly recommend picking up this series. I've talked mostly about the moral questions, but the story itself is masterfully complex as well. For any fantasy fans out there, check it out. It's truly one of a kind.
If anyone knows Jackson, you know he loves movies. Here is a list of his winter favorites.
Hey you like movies, don't you? Everyone likes movies. And right now is the perfect season to watch some movies. So why don't we go over some movies that I like to watch in the wintertime? But this isn't a really good environment, so cool transition out of the way. Now we're outside in a more natural environment for talking about winter movies. I threw on a jacket and I kept my hat from before, but we are going to talk about my top 5 favorite things to watch during the winter. And I gotta get out of this winter. It's cold out here.
First off, I'm gonna go ahead and get our honorable mentions out of the way, and those are going to be The Thing and The Shining. I know not everybody's into horror movies, and these ones can especially be a little intense for some casual viewings, but damn, these are just some good horror movies. They're some of the best horror movies of all time, and even just for the winter, I mean, their setting is so phenomenal and so like scary, but not everyone likes horror movies, so that's why I'm kind of giving them an honorable mention. So if you do like them, I really suggest watching The Thing and The Shining. My number 5 spot goes to the 1996 Coen Brothers film, Fargo. Fargo tells the tale of Jerry Lundegaard, played by William H. Macy. He's a car salesman in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, that soon becomes desperate for money and contacts 2 criminals, Carl Showalter and Geir Grimsrud, played by Steve Buscemi and Peter Stormare, respectively. The criminals try to kidnap his wife and try to extort money from their rich father. It includes all of the madness you would expect from any Coen Brothers film, with hilarious writing, an engaging story and characters, and great writing. Fargo, even though barely taking place in its title city, is a great watch for anyone into crime and comedy. This next spot is the only Christmas movie on this list. This is Joe Dante's 1984 film, Gremlins. Gremlins is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I mean, who could hate this little guy? I mean, you could hate these guys though. I'm totally okay with that. Gremlins is about these little critter guys that you can't get wet, you can't expose them to bright light, and of course the most famous one, you can't feed them after midnight, which makes things more confusing. I mean, every time is technically after midnight, right? When does the timer stop and when are you able to feed them again? Like, are they just telling them not to feed them in general, or like what's going on here? Side tangent over. The plot of Gremlins is about a father who's a salesman that goes to a sketchy market to find a Christmas present for his son. He finds Gizmo, a small dog, I guess, looking thing who's pretty cute and wants to get it for his son that's like 15 for some reason. When his son opens the present, he learns the rules and spills water on Gizmo. Gizmo multiplies and the clones eat food after midnight, which makes them go feral and cause havoc. There's a lot of creative scenes in this movie involving the Christmas setting, which I really enjoy. When I watched it as a kid, I fell in love. That's why I recommend it as a great Christmas movie to anybody. My number 3 spot goes to Quentin Tarantino's 2015 film, The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight is one of the best modern Western movies I've seen. It's also one of the only Western films I've seen that's come out in the 2010s. The Hateful Eight is about one bounty hunter, John the Hangman Ruth, played by Kurt Russell, taking his alive bounty to the fictional town of Red Rock, Wyoming, to be hanged. While on the way, he runs into another bounty hunter and another Bane character, Major Marquis Warren, played by Samuel L. Jackson, who is also taking his dead bounties to Red Rock. After they pick Warren up, they run into another main character on the side of the road, Chris Mannix, played by Walton Goggins, who is soon to be sheriff of Red Rock. A lot of people are going to Red Rock, apparently. When the carriage and horses get caught up in a bad blizzard, the group of ragtag cowboys stop at Minnie's Haberdashery, and they meet 4 more cowboys waiting out the storm. How many cowboys are in this dang movie? I guess it is a Western. Ruth and Warren soon start to suspect that one or multiple of these men are working with Ruth's bounty, Daisy Domergue, to help her escape. Then it turns into everyone's favorite game, Mafia. Or I guess now it's more Among Us, right? The Hateful Eight is a really fun movie with a really, really good premise, and I think it's one of Tarantino's best. This might be a controversial one, but my number 2 spot goes to Wes Anderson's 2001 film, The Royal Tenenbaums. The Royal Tenenbaums is one of my favorite movies ever. It has really funny moments, but at the same time, it's very serious and dark. The film is about the Tenenbaums, a dysfunctional family that gets broken up after their parents get a divorce, after their dad, Royal Tenenbaum, played by Gene Hackman, neglected 2 of his children, Margot, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, and Richie, played by Luke Wilson. He then helps his favorite child, Chaz, played by Ben Stiller, become successful and rich. One day, the family gets back together after their father, Royal, is dying. The movie is darkly comedic at times, and I really think it's one of the most dry things I've ever seen. Now what you've all been waiting for, my favorite winter film of all time. Drum roll, please. Kenneth Lonergan's 2016 film, Manchester by the Sea. This movie made me cry like a baby. The plot is pushed by one of the best performances I've ever seen in film, Casey Affleck as Lee Chandler. Lee is a Manchester local that has a horrific past that made him move away from his hometown. When he learned his brother Joe passed away, he heads back to Manchester to plan the funeral and to be with family. He realizes he has to stay longer to take care of Patrick, and this causes him to have to deal with his past that separated him and his wife. The portrayal of grief in this film is unlike anything I have ever seen. As someone who is an expert in death and grief at this point, both my grandpas have passed and I've had 2 dogs put down. I can't believe how well they nailed it on the head. It is so phenomenal and perfect. Everyone should watch Manchester by the Sea at least once.
That's all I got for some winter movies. They're pretty cool and pretty cold, I guess, but I love them all equally. Not really, because they're ranked, and I mean, you can't really love them all equally if they're ranked. Thanks, everybody. I gotta get out of the cold, it's freezing.
That was some serious dedication, standing outside in the snow. Do you agree with his list? Now, to round out the show, everyone celebrates the holidays differently. Clayton shares his family's tradition.
Hi, my name's Clayton Seibel Fox. The holidays bring families together in a variety of different ways. But for some, it's the traditions that make the season feel complete. Today we will take a look inside my own family's home to see how 3 generations keep the spirit of Christmas alive.
My name's Tessa Seibel, and I'm the owner of a mental health clinic in town.
My name is Brenda Seibel, and the title I wear most proudly is Nana. Every year, the world stops for us, and we focus on family and Christmas. We always celebrated on Christmas Eve. We didn't wait till Christmas morning. That was Santa time. And always about family. That it was like that growing up, and I carry that tradition. I mean, there's some things that are worth holding on to, and it makes me happy that it's carried on and it's meaningful to my grandchildren too. For the younger generation, I'm happy that the traditions are carried on.
My mom did a remarkable job of making the holidays a very special time of year, one that we looked forward to. She put a lot of work into it. And it's never been about the presents, but the presence of people. And I think that was something that I have inherited from my mom and passing along to my own kids.
And I think they said it best. This holiday season, remember, it's not about the presents under the tree, but the presence of the people around you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
That's our show. Happy holidays from MystiCast. See you in the spring.